This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi on Thursday morning, April 21st.
It's our little Friday.
Yeah, little Friday. And
Little
John's like, we're inching closer,
Closer. It's getting there. We're going to have to get through some rain showers before we get to the weekend.
They're finally here. It's been
Not
so
yet.
Beautiful. Oh, it's not yet.
Not yet.
It's been a beautiful.
They're on their way, though. We're going to have to wade through them before we get to the weekend.
Okay.
Is what I was trying to say.
Well, so they're not going to be here for the weekend. You can't tell us yet.
I can't say that either.
Oh, no.
There may actually be a brief period of the weekend where we'll have to deal with the rain showers before we get to the beautiful weekend that is in store.
Okay.
So we have like a minor little weekend window of possible rain showers before things clear up.
All right. I think I'm going to have to watch your full forecast.
Yeah, it's coming up. Let's get to the business at hand. That is the forecast for this morning, which calls for lots of sunshine. Oh, and the back end of an osprey. But that's not what we wanted to do yet. Anyway, suffice it to say the day's going to be nice. We'll try this again in a few minutes, shall we?
Yeah, we'll show the ospreys at the end of the block. We'll have to say about that.
Sure. Traffic, let's see how traffic's doing this morning. So far, so good in Manatee County. At 5 o'clock in the morning, not a lot of volume, so not a lot of issues, thankfully. 75, 301, and 41, all moving along nicely all the way down through Sarasota County.
Topping our news this morning, Florida's incoming Senate president wants to spend $1 billion more on higher education.
ABC7's Ray Collins has more on his visit.
It looked like a VIP visit. A mysterious, sleek black bus rolled onto the campus of New College of Florida late Wednesday afternoon. And minutes later, out popped a delegation of state senators, including incoming Senate President Joe Negron.
And thank you for being here.
Once inside, New College President Donald O'Shea welcomed the four senators, and after a few more minutes of pleasantries, the incoming Senate President got right down to business.
The four-year graduation rate is under 60%. So that means that 4 out of 10 students who come to New College who have good academic credentials, they don't get a degree in 4 years. What are you doing as the president to increase that number over the next several years to be more competitive with other universities that have a higher 4-year graduation rate?
We used to put every single dollar we got into academics and not so much into student services.
This is just one of a dozen stops the senators from Stewart, Fort Myers, and Miami are making around Florida's campuses this week. New College is by far the smallest in the state with under 1,000 students. One reason the colleges are sure to roll out the red carpet is Senator Negron has said he wants to add $1 billion new to higher education. Does that mean more taxes?
I don't think we need to increase taxes. The good news is that the economy in Florida is recovering, and with an $82 billion budget, I think that we can find revenue within our existing budget to shift to our focus on higher education.
And with that kind of money up for grabs, it's no surprise New College wants to impress their visitors.
When someone in his position says, I want to hear your story, I want to understand what you need, I want to understand how we can help, you bet we want to roll out the carpet and tell them everything.
On the campus of New College, Ray Collins, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Meanwhile, Governor Rick Scott is about to head to California in another effort to lure jobs away from a state led by a Democratic administration. Scott says that companies will want to leave the Golden State because of a, quote, crippling increase in minimum wage. Governor Jerry Brown recently signed a measure into law to lift California's minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2022. Scott's trip is set for next month.
U.S. Senate candidate Carlos Baruf is taking his candidacy very seriously. The Herald Tribune, reporting the Suncoast home builder will have spent about $1.5 million of his own money on advertising by the middle of next week. This makes him the first GOP candidate to invest serious money on advertising for this election. Baruf is running for the seat vacated by Senator Marco Rubio. While none of the 5 Republicans running against Baruf are well known, they all have a background in politics. Baruf has never run for public office.
Caught on camera, an undercover sting targeting sexual predators. 13 men ages 18 to 53 were arrested in Operation Intercept 4, a 3-day sting carried out by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. Undercover deputies pretended to be children responding to internet ads and communicated with the suspects online and on social media apps. They then made arrangements to meet, and the men fell for it. Taking into account all 4 Operation Intercepts, the Sheriff's Office says the stings have led to 86 arrests in all.
We're committed to this. We will do it again in the future, and we'll let you know when it's over with. And for the people who come into this county, live in this county, to be aware that we will continue these operations and we'll add to the 86 that we've already arrested.
Not all of the 13 men arrested in Sarasota live in Sarasota County. Others are from DeSoto, Pinellas, and Hillsborough.
A national program is coming to the Suncoast to help older drivers see how well their vehicle fits them. Car Fit is an educational program to enhance driving safety and increase mobility for seniors. Car Fit teams work with drivers to make sure their car fits properly to maximize comfort and safety. The program is coming to Manatee County this weekend. Drivers can test out their vehicles on Sunday from 10 to 2 at the State College of Florida campus. Now, appointments for Car Fit checkups are required and can be made online.
Well, if you depend on public transportation, this next story will be pretty detrimental to you.
This is Bus Fit.
That's right. Well, Manatee County Area Transit needs bus drivers, and soon.
Yeah, MCAT is experiencing a large shortage of drivers that may affect routes in the near future. ABC7's Rick Adams has more on this problem.
The wheels on the bus could stop running certain routes on certain days if Manatee County Area Transit doesn't fill some important bus driver positions soon.
Right now, because we're short, we're using supervisors to cover a couple of those. If we have 3 people that get sick tomorrow, then yes, we may not be able to cover all those runs.
MCAT recently lost workers who have retired or found other progressively higher paying jobs that pay more than their $13.21 starting salary. Mark Norcross of Bradenton is someone who relies heavily on the MCAT bus service.
Seeing that everything's so spread out in Florida and Manatee County and Sarasota County, it's public transportation is key for people that don't have a vehicle such as I.
Many people who ride the bus often are nervous about any routes being cut because this is how they get around from point A to point B.
That'll be tough for some of the people that, you know, especially minimum wages or don't really have anything.
The bus is awesome. I've been riding it for a long time. I'm not too fond of these cuts, though, on the bus lines that I've been hearing about, so I hope you guys don't do that.
More than 1 million people ride MCAT buses every year. Commissioners in Manatee County say they will work closely with MCAT to solve this problem.
This is how people get to the stores, how do they get to work. Some people just can't afford a car, the insurance, the gas, and this is a mode of transportation that we desperately need.
MCAT officials tell us they are currently screening applicants, some of which they hope to interview and hire in the near future. Officials are hopeful more people will hop on board and get behind the wheel of an MCAT bus. They tell us the last thing they want to do is to have to cut any routes. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. In both Manatee and Sarasota counties, you can catch a ride on an MCAT bus or SCAT bus for free next week. Tuesday, April 26th is Tri-Transit Day, and it's a regional effort to promote alternative transportation to reduce traffic congestion and lower greenhouse gas emissions. Whether you're headed to work, the beach, restaurants, shopping, you can ride a bus on all fixed routes, including SCAT Express.
Daiquiri Deck is a hotspot on Siesta Key, and so popular that the restaurant plans to open a second location on the Key. The Herald Tribune reporting that Daiquiri Deck filed commercial building permits for a location on Stickney Point Road near the intersection of Midnight Pass Road. Now, the new site is just over 2.5 miles away from the original Daiquiri Deck in Siesta Village. And the new location is expected to be more family-oriented than the Siesta Village location. They also have locations on St. Armand's Circle, Venice. So
I have a feeling that this one might be a little bit busier. Having it at the Stickney Point makes it an easier access point for people on 41
right, for people
and
off
south.
But for people off
Sarasota.
the Key, and then but the Village, you have people who just can walk there and flock there, and it's always busy. But yeah, just adding to the Siesta Key lifestyle.
Yeah. Beachy lifestyle.
Yeah.
It is a fun little restaurant.
Popular place. Our Osprey is doing just fine. Yeah. We had the Osprey expert in.
You brought the Osprey?
Okay,
the
so
Osprey
give us some good tidbits. What did he say?
Good tidbits. Don't park under an osprey nest.
Really?
No, yeah,
you
because
never know what's going to fall.
well, the sewer system empties underneath, so we just don't want to.
I thought they'd attack you.
No.
Oh, we had a little, apparently a little wildfire too yesterday.
We did.
Which was put
They
out.
probably could. This is their bird's eye view of that.
Yes, we interrupt this osprey podcast to show you that wildfire.
That was on Fruitville. Yeah, I think the expert also said don't light a fire under an osprey nest, something like that, didn't he?
Awesome advice.
Wow, you can really see sunny there today.
Also, the osprey, you asked, I think, one of you asked, how does the osprey know when to take flight?
Yes, that was Don.
That was Don? He learns to take flight because the wind gusts under the wings kind of push him up, and so he builds confidence, they think, until he actually can just leave the nest.
It's like, oh, I've never felt this feeling before, but I feel like I can fly.
See, you guys.
Exactly right.
You guys are the wind beneath my wings.
Oh.
That's where they got the inspiration.
Yeah,
now I feel all warm
It all
and
comes
fuzzy.
back around, I figured. All right.
Forecast in a minute.
Coming up, we'll take another stop on the Dream 18.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View Thursday, West Coast Black Theater Troupe has a preview of their upcoming shows. Plus, a new sketch comedy troupe is forming. We've got them here. And the Bloody Mary Festival is coming.
Today at 4 on ABC 7 Suncoast View.
At Sunset Subaru, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at the new redesigned Sunset Subaru dealership in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150, Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So currently around the region, temperatures are still very mild, 65 degrees. We have a dew point still in the 50s, very comfortable. And we have a wind out of the east coming in at about 8. That east wind is going to start shifting over the next 24 hours. In fact, even this afternoon, it's going to shift to a little bit more of a southerly direction. And that dew point value is going to start going up. And then tomorrow, under the influence of a more moist environment, a less stable environment, because it's more moist, we'll start to see a few showers around. Forecast coming up. 63 degrees in Wauchula, Mayaca, the same. Arcadia, ditto. Northport at 65, Punta Gorda at 57. 66 Venice, 65 in Inglewood, 64 Lakewood Ranch Parish, and Bradenton, 64, 63 respectively, and out on the Key and Longboat, 68 degrees. So across the region, there's still no rain falling. Don't anticipate too much in the way of rainfall today. Tomorrow, you'll probably start to see a few scattered showers out in Gulf waters at this hour. And then later in the afternoon, inland areas will probably get the best coverage and the strongest storms. Looking back to the west, there's our cold front. That's the one that's going to be approaching now, bringing showers to the Louisiana Delta region. And poor Texas can't catch a break. Another little trough of low pressure sinking southward, exciting showers and thunderstorms in and around the Dallas area, moving toward the Houston area. Those are pretty big storms. The good news is here is that those storms are moving fairly quickly. So total rainfall accumulations in and around the Dallas area not be that large. Then after that, they get a chance to kind of dry out for a while. So across our region, we have a little bit of that fair weather cloudiness. We also have a lot of blue sky, well, at least clear sky out there. I think we will have a fair amount of blue sky later on when the sun rises, a mix of sun and clouds with a mostly sunny afternoon. And then as we head into tomorrow and that front approaches, we'll see the clouds start to build and thicken. Have probably a mostly cloudy afternoon tomorrow. The frontal boundary itself is going to lose a lot of its strength as it gets closer to the state of Florida. It's going to go from a more north-south orientation to more of an east-west orientation, which is a signal of a weakening cold front. And as it gets closer to the state, what it will basically do will be help to destabilize the atmosphere, tap into the moisture that's going to be riding our way on a south and eventually southwesterly wind, and help to bring us a better chance of a few scattered showers around. So the forecast calls for today again, more sunshine, warm conditions again. I think we'll hit 85 again this afternoon or so. Increasing humidity, and then that Friday shower watch for that. The Friday shower chances probably around 20-30% along the coastline and around 30 to 50% as you move further and further inland. Today, dry. Then with that southerly wind flow, expect more showers to build out in Gulf waters, and then that front to approach, bringing better chances of rainfall as we head into Friday afternoon, especially inland. Rainfall chance will probably not include severe weather, but we will likely have some stronger storms around. Southeast winds switching to the southeast and eventually even south. And then we'll look for a 30% chance of showers Friday, clearing out early Saturday, and the weekend looks great. Back to you.
Thanks, John. Taking a look at your commute right now at 5:17. It looks like Manatee County roadways are moving along nicely. No problems in Palmetto or on the bridges there. Sarasota looks great on the interstate and on 41. No problems to report, no slowdowns or accidents this morning. And as far as South County, everything is moving well there as well. Our latest edition of the Dream 18 takes us to the Meadows Country Club today in Sarasota.
Yes, well, it looks easy, the 13th hole there, but it's not. It's very challenging. Tom, thanks for having us out here.
Thanks for being here.
All right, thanks for joining us for another edition of ABC 7's Dream 18. I'm Don Brennan, and today we're out at the Meadows Country Club, and joining me right now, the director of golf here at the Meadows is Tom Maxwell. And Tom, we're at lucky 13. What's so lucky about 13?
Well, 13 can be a very difficult hole. As you can feel the wind, it's always in the back of you, always coming at you. There's a very two-tiered green up there, a lot of slope. You got a bunker on the right, grass bunkers on the left, and a lot of water to carry.
A lot of water. It's never fun. All right, so you're on the tee, obviously water in front of you. What do you have to look out for? What's your stance as you're on the tee?
The biggest issue on the first shot here is making sure you get on the right level of the green. On the top level with the top pin, you want to be up top. On the bottom level, you want to be on the bottom. You want to make sure you have the right distance to cover the pin. So you start on the tee box, and as you keep going, you cover that water, about 125 yards of water coverage. As you get there, you get a small landing area in front of the green. To your left, you have grassy pot bunkers. On the right, you got a deep bunker right in front. The green, as you're flying over the green here, you can notice the undulations in the green. That top left pin is a tough pin up top on the shelf, and the bottom pin is on a bottom shelf. Very difficult hole from tee to green.
Tom, thanks for having us out here at the Meadows.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, and thank you for joining us for another edition of ABC 7's Dream 18.
Very pretty out there.
Yes, there's never a bad day on the golf course.
Never.
Or a bad day on the course is better than a good day at work, they say.
Really?
That's what they say.
All right.
You're not at work.
I'm going to have to try this out. Stay with us.
Coming up is America's Money, so stay tuned.
All Children's Hospital is now Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
There's a lot to a name.
Especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
The spring clearance event is going on now, and the prices are hotter than ever at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Drive America's hottest SUV, a new Jeep Cherokee, for just $19,999. Lease a new Compass for just $199 a month with no tricks, no gimmicks. Just $799 total due at signing. Or buy a new 2000 Jeep Patriot for just $15,799. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
It is 5:22 and the deadline is now here for Volkswagen to deliver a fix for vehicles involved in that emissions cheating scandal.
ABC's Diane Macedo and Ryan Smith have this morning's business headlines from New York.
Good morning. Topping America's money, some closure for Volkswagen owners.
That's right. A deal is expected today to compensate VW owners whose cars were rigged to cheat on emissions tests. That's more than 500,000 diesel cars in the U.S.
Volkswagen has reportedly agreed to buy back some of the cars or offer money as compensation.
And some Comcast cable customers no longer need a box in order to watch cable TV.
Roku devices have the needed software. Samsung smart TVs will have it later this year, and other cable providers are also looking into this. The feds have been pushing cable companies to do away with the set-top boxes, which subscribers have to rent.
And you can now enjoy Auntie Anne's pretzels at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
At select locations, you can get this, the pretzel breakfast sandwich made with a soft pretzel roll, a bun topped with sausage patty, egg, and cheese.
Sounds good. That's America's money.
America's Money, brought to you by PetSmart.
PetSmart has all you need to feed your wild instincts. Well, at least the four-legged ones.
Let's go, boy!
Introducing new Nutra Wild Frontier dog food at PetSmart. High-quality protein, grain-free recipes made to satisfy instinctual cravings and fuel the fun all day. It's everything your dog needs to roam the wild frontier.
Hi, Dog!
Wherever that may be. Right now at PetSmart, buy one small bag of new Nutra Wild Frontier dry dog food and get one free.
Jane loves to treat herself. So she loves new Light and Fit Crunch, Greek non-fat yogurt with delicious toppings like chocolate and almonds. Now that's a treat. Light and Fit Crunch. Feel free to enjoy.
Don't let dust and allergies get between you and life's beautiful moments. With Flonase Allergy Relief, they won't. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. Flonase changes everything.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $169. A Civic, just $169. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189, just $189 or 0.9% APR. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, how staff at schools on the Suncoast are working to keep students safe.
How things are switching up at schools in Sarasota County.
And a college program to help engineering students here on the Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. John is very educated and seems like we have a very educational block here of stories. Yes,
Educate? What do you mean? Oh, because of our block of
schools, keeping students safe, colleges, professors. Come on.
That's good, because at the end of the school year, it's time to look ahead, look forward to the next school year. And
no,
I don't think that's what the students are thinking. They're thinking about summer.
You're probably
They're
right
thinking
about
prom, graduation, summer.
Yeah, summer vacation, jobs.
Yeah, look at the clock going. 5 minutes to summer, summer.
Actually, they're probably now thinking about testing, right?
Oh, right.
That's coming up. That's a big deal for them. We have some scattered showers around in the forecast, but not today. Today is looking pretty good. Daytime high tops out probably like it did yesterday, around 85 degrees or so. We'll go with about 83 by 2. And kind of a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon with more sun than clouds. Don't see any rainfall in today's forecast. That'll change tomorrow, though. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways this morning, and everything is looking good right now. Volume is starting to pick up here at 529. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. But all the major roadways and the arteries out to 75 from the coast look very good so far this morning.
Well, topping our news this half hour, schools continue to be on high alert after shootings on high school and college campuses over the years.
The Columbine High School shootings was April 1999. Yesterday was the anniversary, and it highlighted school security and changed the way law enforcement handles threats in schools. Today, local schools are monitored by thousands of cameras, and schools now built with one main entrance and several locked gates with deputies patrolling the grounds. Some believe there's still more to be done.
We're a very resilient nation. We put these things on the back burner very quickly, and that's when we become the most vulnerable for it to happen again. So it is important for school districts to make sure that this is every day. It's something that's practiced every day.
Beyond technology, experts say staying in tune with the school community and catching any red flags is the best way to prevent school shootings.
Well, big changes are on the way for more than a dozen schools in Manatee County. The Manatee County School District says 13 principals are changing jobs as part of a larger staff shuffle. Some of these principals have moved up into district positions, creating job openings. And the district also added 3 new administrative positions overseeing curriculum and student services. The upcoming closure of Orange Ridge Bullock Elementary School prompted some of the staff changes, causing a rippling effect.
And USF has created a new program for engineering students. The Bradenton Herald reporting the Bridge to Engineering program will allow students to complete 2 years at the Sarasota Manatee campus, then finish their final 2 years at Tampa's engineering school. The students can begin enrolling in the program courses at the Sarasota Manatee campus this fall, and they can take math, physics, and basic engineering classes before going to upper level courses at the Tampa campus. The goal is to give students who live near the Sarasota campus a chance to study closer to home.
An appeals court rules a massive nuclear plant expansion proposed by Florida Power and Light must be redone due to environmental concerns. The ruling reverses a 2014 decision by Governor Rick Scott and the state cabinet to approve construction of 2 nuclear power reactors in Miami-Dade County. The judges say that the state failed to account for environmental regulations meant to protect the Everglades and endangered birds. They're ordering Scott and the cabinet to reconsider this project. Well, air quality isn't the best on the Suncoast. Manatee County receives a C. Sarasota County receives a D when it comes to ozone and particle pollution. That's according to a new report from the American Lung Association, which found that 166 million Americans live in areas of the country with unhealthy air. Some of the health risks include lung cancer and asthma attacks. The manager of air and water quality with Sarasota County disputes the severity of the findings, though, saying the county meets and at times exceeds the national EPA standards.
The air quality is good. Within any area, we do have pollutants. We do have pollutant sources. We have vehicles. There's industry. There's industry within the area. So, you know, a report like this brings attention to that, and the quality of air is important. That's why we do have an air program within Sarasota County.
Hillsborough received the worst grade out of all of the counties in the Tampa Bay region. They received an F, and one of the best metropolitan areas for air in the entire country was found to be in Fort Myers and Naples. That's just down the road. So it's kind of surprising that we received such a low D and a C.
Yeah, it is surprising because it is so beautiful, but you have to have some kind of besmirchment here in paradise to make it not perfect. Perfection is boring.
Yeah,
right?
We had some smoke in the air yesterday.
Yeah, we had some issues.
That couldn't have been good to inhale.
I actually went to the doctor because and he said it's probably so much pollen that I don't really have allergies,
That's
but it's
true.
affecting everybody, the air quality. But the heat is now on for firefighters as brush fires breaking out here on the Suncoast.
Yeah, with the threat of afternoon storms and lightning strikes coming in June, ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo tells us Sarasota County is ramping up its prescribed burn program.
Sarasota County Fire Department burn supervisor Jay Bailey made sure the weather is just right for a prescribed burn.
We go in ahead of time and determine areas that are high fuel loading areas, and we burn them off. And we do it under strict parameters, weather parameters. We only do it when the weather is perfect and all those parameters are met.
The county has more than 80,000 acres to manage and burns off an average of 8,000 of those acres a year. And to do that, Bailey and his crew monitors the state's fire danger index.
And that is something we look at, every day.
Which, as of today, Pinellas, Lee, and Sarasota counties are a high probability for a potential fire.
The west coast of Florida is one of the higher fire instances in the state.
With lightning being one of the main reasons.
We get into the hotter time of the year, closer to summer, and it starts getting a little bit drier, a little bit lower relative humidity, and you start getting those thunderstorms from the lightning.
And this lightning, according to Bailey, is known to cause many brush fires.
When I speak of lightning, I speak of the lightning we get in the late spring, early summer. So when you get the sea breeze fronts colliding with land breeze, that's the ones that really start the fire.
And although lightning is one of the leading causes of brush fires, fire officials say residents should be aware, preventing other causes.
Well, people should always be careful. Make sure if you want to burn something, make sure it's authorized. Campfires, that kind of thing, you need to be careful with. Make sure they're out all the way.
In addition to prescribed burns, the county also uses another method for minimizing brush fires.
So we'll go in there with what's called a roller chopper or a mower. It's a big machine that we drag behind it and knocks the vegetation down to a little bit lower level.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The home sales in Southwest Florida continue to drop. The Florida Realtors Trade Group says home sales declined by 8% over the year. March was the 5th month in the past 6 in which sales of existing single-family homes failed to keep pace with the prior year. Yet sale prices went up in Sarasota and Manatee counties because of the lower number of homes for sale, supply and demand. Now, the next phase of the campaign for the presidential frontrunners after their big wins in New York, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are gearing up for the general election now, but their challengers are making clear that the fight is not over. Hillary Clinton turns her focus to the general election, attacking her potential Republican challengers' rhetoric.
I mean, what they say is not only offensive, it's downright dangerous.
After her double-digit New York blowout, Clinton could now lose all the remaining primaries by wide margins and still have enough delegates to win the nomination. She's now appealing for party unity.
To all the people who supported Senator Sanders, I believe there is much more that unites us than divides us.
But Bernie Sanders says not so fast.
We believe we have the momentum, and we believe we have a path toward victory.
Clinton emerges bruised from the tough New York primary fight, Republicans pouncing.
You know what Bernie Sanders said about her twice? He said bad judgment. She's got bad judgment. We are going to beat her so badly.
Donald Trump also promises to clinch the nomination after winning nearly all of New York's delegates and calling on Ted Cruz to drop out. But Cruz balks.
Upon winning his home state, Donald, with a characteristic display of humility, declared this race is over.
Oh my goodness, it is getting heated.
It is. It's getting ugly.
It's getting ugly, exactly. We'll see
we will beat her. Trump.
Oh, man.
Well, the election's a race against time, and so too is this for rescuers trying to find survivors as the death toll from Ecuador's strongest earthquake in decades now above 500.
So sad over there. Rescue workers are going house to house, marking doors and gates to represent how many bodies were found underneath the rubble. Some locals are risking their safety going back to their now badly damaged homes, gathering whatever they can find there. And the death toll from Saturday's quake now exceeds 500, with hundreds still missing. And aftershocks continue. ABC's Lindsay Janis was interviewing Ecuador's interior minister during one aftershock.
You can see that the windows are moving. This is an aftershock.
Yeah.
Despite the grief and devastation, there are amazing stories of survival coming out of Ecuador. People are continuing to be pulled from the rubble, including one man who spent 36 hours trapped in the ruins.
Flooding continues to be a problem in and around Houston as well. Now, some rough conditions Wednesday at the Harris County Fairgrounds in Houston. Livestock was seen strolling through high waters. Their stables flooded out. The flooding caused some people to be evacuated from their homes and apartments, and there are concerns the flooding will continue for the next few days.
Well, Andrew Jackson is getting booted from the $20 bill, and Harriet Tubman will go in his place. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew said last year that he would feature a woman on a new version of the $10 bill beside Alexander Hamilton. Well, now sources say Hamilton will stay on the front of the $10 bill by himself. Instead, a montage of leaders from the women's suffrage movement will be added to the back of the 10. That redesigned $10 bill is expected to enter circulation by 2020, and it will be the first U.S. bill to have a woman on it in more than 100 years. No word on when the $20 bill with Tubman will go into circulation, though. And as the U.S. changes the look of some of its paper currency, the future of the penny remains up in the air. Federal officials say there are about 240 billion pennies in the U.S. economy, but about 2/3 of them are not in circulation. It costs nearly 1.5 cents to make the 1-cent coin. And it's not clear if the Treasury Department can halt penny production without congressional approval, despite a recommendation from Jack Lew.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's more to make it.
They say how many are not in circulation. That's because they're on people's like nightstands or in a cup on their counter. You know, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, no pun intended. But to have the odd number, just have everything even numbered. You know.
Well, then what about the nickel?
Well, then 25,
But then what do you do?
50,
Do you round
40.
up? Do you round down?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
That is the problem.
Hopefully they can figure it out. It's costing us more to have them
A
around.
penny and a half to make a 1
A
cent.
1% penny. And we're not even using them.
Story of my economic strategies.
That industry.
Buy high, sell low.
Exactly. Story of my life. We have some changing weather coming up over the next several days. We'll talk about that in a second.
And a big pain in the bed as bed bugs are coming up next. Why these pesky creatures are becoming harder to get rid of.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150, Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now get up to $2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Did you hear? All Children's Hospital is now Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
There's a lot to a name,
especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
At Sunset Subaru, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at the new redesigned Sunset Subaru dealership in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, the temperature is still very warm, but the dew point's still very low. What that means is it's comfortable outside. Still feels pretty good with the dew point in the 50s, though that dew point, I think, will start to rise as we head into the next couple of days because the east wind is going to shift more to a southeasterly direction, eventually even southwesterly direction, and that's going to spike up our humidities. Currently, temperatures across the region are comfortable. We have 65 degrees Sarasota, 63 Mayaca, Wauchula, Arcadia, 64 Northport. Got a 57 in Punta Gorda, 67 in Longboat Key, 64 is in Bradenton and Parrish. Venice and Inglewood both coming in at 66 degrees. A little bit of fair weather cloudiness out there, but no rain in the forecast for today. We stay dry. Tomorrow, though, we start to change the atmosphere just a little bit. That'll help support a few more showers around. When you put moisture into the air actually becomes lighter and fluffier, as it were. It's counterintuitive, but it's true. And with lighter air, you generally can make it rise more easily. That's how you get rain showers. You make warm, moist air rise, cool, condense, and produce rain. And that'll be the case tomorrow. And one of the kickers that will help to push the air up will be a frontal boundary, which will be approaching the area in a much weakened form as we head into tomorrow late in the day. Showers and thunderstorms around the Louisiana Delta region associated with that frontal boundary, and another little kicker in the atmosphere, helping to produce showers and thunderstorms around the Dallas area, just where they don't need it. Now, those storms are moving fairly quickly, so total rainfall accumulations around Dallas are not going to be as severe as they have been in days past. We look for a little mix of sun and clouds today. I don't think the clouds will produce any rainfall for us yet, but by tomorrow, I think we'll start to see some of these thicker cloud bases begin to accumulate in our area. The cloud base is kind of lower in the afternoon, and a chance of some showers work their way back into the forecast finally, which is good. I mean, we need the rainfall in April. We'll be heading into our fire season soon, as we're already seeing a few scattered fires around. So, any kind of moisture that we can get now, helping to, bring that drought index up a little bit and get the soil moisture a little higher is a good thing. The frontal boundary approaches. As it approaches, we start to see the orientation of this front become more east to west as opposed to north and south. That means that front will be weakening as it hits the state of Florida. So as it moves closer to us, I think what we'll probably see is just about a 30% chance of a shower, maybe 40% chance of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm late in the day tomorrow, particularly in inland areas, I think, as those winds start to shift to a more southwesterly direction and promote the inland motion of showers. Sunny and warm today, though, increasing humidity, a Friday shower around, then that should all clear out of here by the time we hit the weekend. You can see those showers beginning to build by tomorrow, and some of the storms becoming heavier in inland areas. Then by early in the morning on Saturday, everything should clear out. Severe weather threat will be located to our north tomorrow. I don't think we'll have a severe weather issue around here, but some of the storms could be heavier. Southeast wind switching to the southwest at about 10 to 15 knots this afternoon. For boaters, we'll look for about a 30% chance of those showers Friday, a little higher chance inland. Then the weekend looks great. Back to you.
Thanks, John. As far as your commute right now at 547, it looks good in Manatee County. No problems over the Palmetto bridges, and the interstate still looks great. 41-301 moving along nicely into Sarasota. I'm not seeing any slowdowns there either. No accidents to report on the interstate or on 41. Every roadway looks nice and clear, which is what we like to see for the start to your morning.
Excellent. Now, we all know bed bugs are a huge headache to deal with. Well, I don't know this firsthand. I've heard stories.
I've heard stories as well. Thank God I haven't had to deal with them. But professional extermination of bed bugs typically can cost anywhere from $200 to $1,500 per room and often fails. According to a new study, they just became harder to get rid of. Not letting the bed bugs bite just got a lot harder. A new study reveals bed bugs have developed a thicker skin. This extra layer protects them against commonly used bug sprays. The University of Sydney study was funded in part by a company that creates bed bug killers. And according to their researchers, the blood-sucking parasites have made a comeback in recent years, partly because trying to kill them has only made them stronger. To keep the critters from spreading, the Environmental Protection Agency recommends removing items from the infested room in sealed plastic bags. Treat the items with a pesticide or in extreme temperatures. A clothes dryer on high heat works, or you can put the items in a freezer for 4 days. Empty the vacuum after each use. If you have to throw out furniture, make sure you do so responsibly. Destroy it so someone else won't be tempted to bring it into their home. Finally, take steps to have infested items picked up as soon as possible by your trash collectors.
And for a third straight year, the so-called yellow fever mosquito has been found on the West Coast. The main concern with this mosquito is it transmits 4 life-threatening illnesses, including the Zika virus. Mosquito abatement teams are working to slow the spread of this irritating insect. These mosquitoes are about half the size of normal mosquitoes seen in California, and they're black with white spots and prefer living in urban populated areas on the outskirts of town. Well, they really set up shop, don't they? So far, no reports of the yellow fever mosquito, thankfully, in Florida.
Taking cranberry supplements has long been recommended to prevent urinary tract infections, but it's important to choose the right products. Tests of 7 popular cranberry pill brands in the U.S. showed that most contain too little of the key bacteria fighting ingredient to have any effect. Only 1 supplement studied contained more than the needed amount of a certain flavonoid and also prevented bacteria growth in culture. That brand was not identified, but experts say those made from dried juice instead of the skin of cranberries work better.
All right, living closer to nature could help women live longer. A new study suggesting a link between the amount of vegetation around homes and significantly lower mortality rates among women. Researchers found that for lush areas with a lot of greenery, women had a 12% lower mortality rate than in areas with the least amount of vegetation. The study's authors say there could be several reasons for that: less air and pollution, and less air pollution, not less air, but less air pollution, and possibly higher physical activities, because, you know, it's out and it's nice and green, and like springtime, you want to get out and run around and exercise. So maybe that has
Studies have
something to do
shown
with it.
that I think the Suncoast is pretty good with the active lifestyle because of our beautiful areas. We've got the bay, we've got the trails, we've got a lot of different options
A lot of greenery.
inspire you, right? To
Indeed.
get out there and start walking or running. All right, stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Express yourself in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus ES 350 for only $299 or enjoy 0.9% APR. Just $299 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
The home at 19 Walker Court. The agent. The rolling of sleeves. The look over. The look under. The application of dirt under fingernails. Turning over every rock. Turning over every chimney. Checking the nooks, checking the crannies, checking the walls. The floors, the gutters, the doors. Finding the flaw, calling the specialist, fixing it, cleaning it, prepping it, painting it, listing it, showing it, selling it. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. So the next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America.
And who knew our pricing was so good?
G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Express yourself in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus IS 200T for only $299. Or enjoy 0.9% APR, just $299, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Welcome back. It is 5:54, and here's what's coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. The pollen is really getting done. The Florida Senate president makes a stop on the Suncoast to tour New College. He's promised to invest big in the state's college system. The Manatee County Area Transit is looking for new drivers. MCAT officials working the shortage could affect routes in the near future. And the popular Siesta Key restaurant, the Daiquiri Deck, says it plans to open a second location closer to the mainland, but still on the Key soon.
And deputies have arrested a man known as the Beef Bandit. A high-speed chase went through 2 East Texas counties, topping 100 miles per hour. The Beef Bandit is accused of stealing steaks from the local Walmart neighborhood market and fleeing from the police. Police say as they followed the bandit, there were steaks and meats flying out of the car windows. Yikes. One even bounced off of a patrol car. Investigators speculate they must have been really, really good steaks.
You know, I've seen the commercials for Walmart, and they were saying their steak is top quality, so he had to get his hands on it.
Well, the robbery was not well done.
No.
Let's put it that way.
Can you imagine driving by and seeing steaks flying out of the window?
Yeah, that yes. Where's the beef?
Or the manager who called, sir, we have steaks being
Is your
taken from our...
refrigerator running?
Can you follow this guy? Oh my gosh. All right, it's 5:55. We'll be right back.